The ICEVI, the Nippon Foundation Mathematics Package for Teachers. Title of the video, Pythagoras Theorem. What is Pythagoras Theorem? We take a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is one where one angle is 90 degrees. Now, there are three sides of the triangle, and the side which is opposite to the right angle, the longer side among the three sides, is called as hypotenuse. And the side which is at the base is called as adjacent. And the line connecting the hypotenuse and the adjacent side, we call that the opposite. Now, the Pythagoras theorem says that the sum of areas of the square that you get on the adjacent side and the opposite side is equal to the area of the square that you get on the hypotenuse side. That means if you take the total area of the square on the adjacent and opposite side, that will be equal to the area of the square on the hypotenuse side. So what we have done here in this exercise, we have taken the right angle triangle in such a way that the adjacent side is 3 inches and the opposite side is 4 inches, and that will give the hypotenuse side as 5 inches. This is the rule. So what we have done, we have taken the square on the adjacent side, you reverse the square, and what we have done here, we have marked 1 inch on each side of the square, vertically and horizontally, and we have drawn the lines and also folded the paper at the lines, so you can get a tactile feeling of this. So this is a square of 3 inches by 3 inches. Now I have folded the square in such a way that I get 9 small squares of 1 inch side. So the first one, how many squares I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So the adjacent side, I have 9 small squares. 9 small squares. Now take the square on the opposite side. Now again I have made that into 16 squares. Because the length of the side is 4 inches, I have made squares of 1 inch, length and breadth. So what I've got here, you have the tactile marking also. So you can count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many small squares we have? We have 16, right? Now the sum of small squares of the square that you get on the adjacent side, you get 9 squares. The sum of the small squares that you get on the opposite side, the small squares are 16. Now how many small squares are there on these squares that you got on the adjacent and opposite 16 plus 9, that is 25. Now what you have to do, you have to prove that the square that you get on the hypotenuse side will be 25 small squares of 1 inch length and breadth. I have folded the paper, the square of the hypotenuse side also, and made strong tactile markings. Now you place the square on the hypotenuse side. Now you ask the child to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So how many squares you get? 25. That means the two squares on the adjacent and opposite, that area is 25, and then the area that you get on the hypotenuse side, that has 25 small squares. That means you have proved the Pythagoras theorem that the sum of the areas of the squares formed on the adjacent and opposite sides of a right angle triangle is equivalent to the area of the square that you get on the hypotenuse side. Hope you have understood this, and see you soon with yet another demonstration.